That might be personality.
All right, so tonight is Thursday night, street church, and we went out tonight, me and my wife, Jen, and Bernie, our friend Bernie, and it was just us three tonight, that was it, and it was pretty good. It was a good time. We gave out most of the food, and we gave away some backpacks and some bags we made with just some hygiene products and stuff, and you know, it was cool. It was good conversations with some folks, and you know, they're real super appreciative, and they actually ended up praying with us, they were praying with us, and it was good. We ended up leaving a little bit early because it got kind of cold, and it was just us three. And then but I have a story early off in the week that was really cool that happened. I was doing some Uber deliveries. I do that on the side at night, and Tuesday night I went out, and it was just funny because I was like, you know, got online and was, you know, got a little hit, like, boom. I'm just gonna tell you, it was like Walmart, like 6 something. Boom. No. One for a tropical smoothie came up. I know this sounds funny talking about it. Boom, like $2. I was like, no. And then it was like, for some reason, right after that, this thing for like deliver some porta subs came up for like the same amount, and I hit yes. And then I was like, why did I do that? You know, I'm driving over there, like, I'll just go do it. You know, it's over by our friend Bernie's house. I'll go over there, pull up, and, you know, there's this young brother over there, just kind of like, you know, has a whole suitcase out there, and, you know, like this whole box all taped up proper, like, and, you know, a sleeping bag rolled up real tight. He wasn't looking like he was like homeless, but his bags were kind of looking like that. And you know, I walked into the porta subs, got the food, and then I came back out, and I was just walking by him, and I was just really thinking like, oh man, I should just ask this guy what's up. And I put the sandwiches in the back of my trunk real quick. I'm like thinking like, man, I'm on like a delivery little time schedule too, and I'm like, I'm gonna talk to this guy. Turn around, I say, hey brother, and he's just kind of like didn't hear me. I was like, hey bro, and he was like, same thing. And I noticed he had like some headphones on or something, earbuds or something like that. So I kind of walked up on him. I said, hey brother, and he looked up and he's like, hey, you like, yeah? I was like, hey bro, I don't want to assume that you're homeless, man, but are you okay, my man? And he was just looking at me like, man, and he was pretty like clean looking dude. He had like dreadlocks, and he was just kind of like, you know, he had a jacket on. He was, you know, it was cold outside a little bit, and but he was good. And I was like, you good, man? Are you homeless? And he was just like, you know, I don't even know how to answer that, you know? And, you know, I can just tell like, okay. I was like, hey bro, do you got what you need, my man? Like, you got some food, you know what I mean? You got some warm clothes? And he said, yeah, you know, I got some food. And you know, I said, you got water, man? He's just like, man, I could use some water. I was like, man, I got some noodles, Ken. If I gave you some noodles, could you work it out? He's like, oh man, I love some noodles, man. I said, come over here to the trunk of my car real quick. And so we came over to the trunk, and you know, as I'm getting this food, you know, I'm just asking him like, hey man, could you work these out? These little sausages, like Vienna sausages. And we just have like a little bag back there full of this stuff, some chili beans with like peel back can. You know, so I was just like, man, but these chili beans, you know, could you work these out? And he was just like, I was like, yeah, bro. I said, you can just basically cook this can, bro. This can's like a pot, my man, and it's just straight, you know. I just be thinking about working out like you're camping, bro. And I was handing him like a roll of toilet paper, just like giving him stuff. And I said, and you need some water, man. I said, I was like, here. I said, here's like 8 bottles, bro. And I had like this little bag. Gave it to him. He's like, dang, man. I only came over here for some water, man. He's like, I'm getting all this. I said, bro, I'll tell you what, my man, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Jesus, bro. And he's just like, oh man, I can tell there's just something about you, some type of persona. And I was just laughing. I was all up in my trunk trying to ask him, like, what do you need? I was laughing. And I was just like, I hear you, my man. And then I just kind of hooked him up, and he was just like, all right. I was like, I got to get going, bro. I got to go do this delivery. And I was like, hey, bro, can I pray with you? Pray with you? I was like, I mean, for us, bro, because I need some prayers too, my man. And he's just like, oh, man, I would love that. So I got to pray with him. And I asked him what his name was, and he said his name was Singer. And I was like, oh, Singer, you know how to sing, huh? He's like, yeah, I know how to sing. And I said, what are you doing out here anyways, man? He's like, man, I'm just, trying to get away from life, man, because it's just, man, things so confusing right now. I'm just trying to get clear, and I don't know, man. He's just, I don't like it. I just need to, get on the road and come out here and see what God has for me for this music. I said, oh, you came out here to get away and get clear? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, I mean, that's some good choices right there, bro. You notice you're in some confusion. You want to get away. I said, you on a good path. I said, you have a foundation, my brother, trying to be out here in Las Vegas. I said, you need to have a foundation you standing on. And I said, are you a believer? You believe in Jesus? He said, yes, man, I'm out here with Christ right now. I said, there you go, my man. I said, you need that out here, bro. I said, I have friends out here that got just swallowed up out here in Vegas. So you need to have a foundation of something to be standing on coming out here. And he just said, I really thank you for that advice, man. And just thank you for giving me all this stuff. And then, we got to pray and stuff. And it was just really cool because as I got in my car and drove away, I said, God, now I know why you had me click on that little $2 ride that I denied the first one. God is funny, man. He's good. So that's my street church story for tonight. So I'll be hollering at you next week. Sometimes in between, maybe. All right. Good night.